In a high-stakes showdown, Canada scrambles to prevent President Trump's looming 25% tariffs set to hit within hours. But is there more to this economic standoff than meets the eye?
Together, we will do what we must do to protect Canada's economy.
The backlash mounting north of the border. Social media erupting with calls to buy Canadian and boycott USA. The number of Canadians driving across the border dropped by 23% last month. Air travel down more than 2%. The U.S. Travel Association has warned just a 10% drop in Canadian visitors could mean more than $2 billion in losses.
President Trump has announced a 25% tariff on imports from Canada, citing concerns over drug trafficking and border security. Despite Canada's efforts to tighten its borders, the tariffs are scheduled to take effect on Wednesday.
Premier of Ontario placing a 25% tariff on electricity in certain states, that he is going to be responding, as you mentioned, with increasing tariffs on steel and aluminum from 25% to 50%. He also argued that those are going to go into effect starting tomorrow morning. He also said he would soon be declaring a national emergency on electricity within the threatened area. And he went on to say that if he does not like what Canada does, if he does not like how they respond, he will significantly increase tariffs on automakers and cars coming into the United States.
In a last-ditch effort, Canada's Minister of Public Safety, David McGuinty, rushed to Washington, D.C., engaging in intense negotiations with U.S. officials, including Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem.
What I believe is that we need to continue to strengthen the border. That's what I'm very much focused on. We've made massive accelerated progress. The American administration knows this. We're constantly sharing those updates, sharing that progress. What we need to do now is take these tariffs off. These tariffs are becoming an impediment. It's unfortunate, but this is the way forward for us. We believe it, and I think there are voices in the United States now who are beginning to see this as well.
However, U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick hinted that while tariffs are imminent, their severity might be adjusted, acknowledging Canada's recent efforts but emphasizing ongoing concerns. But here's where it gets intriguing. Are these tariffs truly about border security, or is there a deeper strategy at play? Some analysts suggest that this could be a move to renegotiate trade terms more favorable to the U.S., leveraging security concerns as a bargaining chip.
President Trump is slapping stiff tariffs on America's top 3 trading partners: Canada, Mexico, and China.
They owe us a lot of money, and I'm sure they're going to pay.
Trump is imposing a 25% tariff on nearly all goods from Canada and Mexico, and an additional 10% on imports from China. Meanwhile, Canada is planning retaliation.
Canada will be responding to the U.S. trade action with 25% tariffs.
Trump's tariffs risk pushing Mexico and Canada into recession, as both nations send 80% of their exports into the U.S. But Canada is planning precision strikes against U.S. exports, and the impact of that could be contrary to what Trump claims.
The tariffs are going to make us very rich.
Like the American tariffs, our response will also be far-reaching and include everyday items such as American beer, wine, and bourbon.
The timing and rationale behind these tariffs raise questions. It could be an attempt to pressure Canada into concessions on other trade matters. Canada, on the other hand, is not standing idle. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has hinted at possible retaliatory measures, including tariffs on U.S. goods and even reconsidering energy exports to the United States.
Frustrated and fed up, ministers retaliating again in an escalating trade war with Donald Trump.
It is an existential threat to our country, and we will fight for every single job.
25% reciprocal tariffs on an additional $29.8 billion of imports from the United States.
We cannot let uncertainty become the new certainty in North America.
Ministers also sending a message directly to Americans, urging them to push their elected officials to make Trump back down.
This is going to increase the price of construction. This is going to increase the price of car. This This is going to increase the price in the defense industry. It will put thousands of jobs at risk.
The stakes are high, not just for governments, but for citizens on both sides of the border. With billions in trade hanging in the balance, the question remains, will cooler heads prevail, or are we on the brink of a full-scale trade war? What do you think? Is this a genuine security concern or a strategic trade maneuver? Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more. See you in the next one.